Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamuna Madhye Mahabharatam. Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad-gite Bhavadveshini. In this sixth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna first defines the sannyasi, who is also a yogi, saying the one who has given up the insistence of a particular result and is not attached to any actions and has given up all the fanciful thoughts which give rise to desires. Such a person is a sannyasi. Such a person alone can be a yogi or can pursue this path of meditation. And this path has to be pursued by our own self effort. We have to lift ourselves by ourselves from this state of dualities, and our own mind is our best friend if it is under our control. If not, then it can become our most dangerous enemy. It was also pointed out that such a yogi, a person who has attained that goal of the path of meditation, such a person, how that person is equanimous with respect to various experiences, that is, the pairs of opposites, with respect to things, and also with respect to people. And last, it was also said that such a person, samabuddhir vishishyate, such a person is, uh, you know, greatest among all the people. And there is also a different reading, samabuddhir vimuchyate, means a person of equanimous mind only can attain liberation. After that, it was said, this uh, state, how can one attain? It is possible to attain by practice of meditation. So, this 10th verse we had read yesterday. Once more, we can read now. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi sthitah ekakiyat chittatma tyat nirashira parigrahah. Yogi. Now here yogi is used in the way, in the sense of a seeker or a person on the path. Earlier three verses, yogi word was used for the person who has reached the goal. Here in this verse, yogi word is used for the one who is on the path. And we've already seen the one who has started on the path also can be called as yogi, because it's a matter of time that person also will reach. Like a student who has got admission in a medical college can be called as doctor. In due course, that person will study and become a doctor. So that why here yogi. Also, yogi also means which yogi? Karma yogi. Because Arurukshu, the person who wants to reach that goal, for that person, what is the path? So it is a karma karana muchyate. So karma yoga is to be practiced. So yogi means which yogi? Karma yogi. So yogi yunjita satatam. So this karma yogi, one who is following the path of karma yoga, gains this purity of mind and single pointedness of mind, chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, and gets the knowledge, listens to that shravanam from the guru, and then reflects upon that mananam, and then is ready for meditation. That yogi. So from the word yogi, all this is contained in this word. What does yogi mean? The karma yogi who has through karma yoga purified his mind and also has attained single pointedness of mind, is has gone to the guru has instructed him, he has listened to the knowledge, Shravanam, and also reflected upon that knowledge, Mananam, and now he is ready for practice of meditation, Nididhyas. So this is called yogi. Such yogi, Yunjita, he should pursue what? Atmanam. He should pursue the self, pursue to gain the abidance in the self. What will it look like? It has already been said in the last three verses, seventh, eighth, and ninth verse. It was a how. What will it look like? How will he transact with the world? How will this knowledge or this abidance express? Because he is abiding in the knowledge within, he is not perturbed by the various pairs of opposites or different relationships with people or even things. So all those expressions were seen, that Shitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu Tatha Manapamanayoho Samaha, then Samaloštashma Kanchanaha, then Suhrin Mitrarudasina Madhyastadvesha Bandhushu Sadhushu Apija Papeshu Samabuddhi. So all this was indicated that this is the goal, but what should one do? Pursue atmanam yunjita, try to gain abidance in that self. Oh, I should do this means I should practice meditation. Such a person, such a seeker should practice meditation. When should I practice meditation? So it is said satatam, yogi yunjita satatam. Satatam means continuously, consistently. Satatam word, although it means that continuously without a break, what it means is regularity. The practice has to have consistency. It is also unbroken means what? Unbroken means for whatever time I have decided that I will sit, my mind should be there only. I should not start wandering here and there. And how I can achieve that? That also guidance is being given. So all that guidance is there. But right now, just one instruction. After that, slowly, all the detailed instructions are given. So what should one do? Consistently and regularly practice this meditation. Sit down and keep applying yourself in this practice. Oh, okay. So, where, when, how? So all those questions now are answered. Which place? Where should I sit? I sit and practice meditation. Where? Rahasi sthitaha. Rahasi sthitaha. To sit in a place which is Rahasi means Rahasi does not mean Rahasya. Huh? It is not secretive place. It is a place where it is conducive to this practice, where there is least disturbance. That kind of place should be chosen. So here Shankaracharya ji has said, you choose some, solitary forest or some cave and all. Now we say, where will we find a cave? Uh, And when we go to find a cave, also most of the caves are already taken. Uh, Means because people are going there. I also heard that there are some sannyasis going to the Himalayas and building a cave. So what is the point then? If a cave also has to be built, cave is some hole which is there in the mountains. You just go and sit there just to protect your body. That's all, nothing else. So, but the point is a place, rahasi sthitaha, some conducive place. Now, detail about this also is explained in the upcoming verses. So, we will see those as we go ahead. Rahasi sthitaha. Okay. So then, Puja Gurudev, when he used to conduct camps, uh, always in the camp schedule, daily schedule, in the evening time, there used to be a time called walk alone. So Gurudev used to call it as walk alone, means you just remain in solitude, reflect upon whatever you have heard or studied, and try and internalize those teachings. And also that time was supposed to be for solitude, so it was called as walk alone. And typically in youth camps, when he used to do, and his camps used to be overcrowded. So his last camp in Siddhabadi, I was also there. There were some 700 youth were there, and the capacity of the ashram even today, as it stands, after so many buildings have been made, is about 350. Those days it was even less. So somehow with nearby some cot buildings and everything together, 700 of us actually attended that camp. So it was so overcrowded. So it was a joke that there was a cartoon made. So a group of people are going, and then somebody asked, "Where are you going?" Said, "We are all going for walk alone." Mm. So because it was so crowded, it was impossible to be alone. But then here also, the word ekaki means don't go in a group. Don't say let us sit down and in a group start med ekaki. This is a journey to be taken up alone. That is why earlier itself it was said, Uddared Atmanatmanam. We have to lift ourselves by ourselves. Nobody else is there. So, which means what? That ekaki, it is, you don't need to have a group of people together. That doesn't ban people that, you two people should not sit together. You may sit, but you should not depend that, okay, when are you coming? Okay, I am waiting. I'll have a cup of tea and come. Okay, you have your tea. I am waiting for you. Such things are not required. You go, sit down. Don't keep waiting for someone else, or don't ask someone else to wait for you. Wait, wait, I'm coming. Let us meditate together. What will you do together? Gurudev was so, like, he was in his talks and some of the places he has said, coming together, you can only make babies. Meditation you have to do alone. So it is ekaki. All sadhana actually, it is all our individual responsibility. You can't say, wait for me everywhere. I have to do it, and it is my job, it's my responsibility. I have to do it myself. So, in a right place, in solitude. And ekaki also means it doesn't really matter whether people are around or not, but my mind has to be in solitude. That is why ekaki yata chittatma. The mind is completely withdrawn. Yata chittatma. It is completely uh, withdrawn from all the sense objects. It is fully invested in the self. That kind of effort or that kind of attempt has to be made. Nirashihi. Nirashihi means, hashihi means hopes. Something about, about the future, some fancy about the future. And it can be related to meditation also. So we may feel that my mind is not distracted or wandering, but it may be wandering. I sit down and say, I think I'm getting very close to it. I think I've got it. Now, once I get it, what should I do? Should I stay in the home only, or should I go nearby? There is one banyan tree. Under that, I should go and sit, I think. But should I have any timings for darshan, or I just keep it free for anyone to come? I'm starting. These are, and I'm talking about meditation only. It started off with. Now I am planning. How will my ashram be? What should my devotees do? Uh, should I charge them for darshan, or and should they stand in queue, or they all batch by batch they come have darshan, next batch comes? I have to plan all. What are you doing? Sitting. So if this is what is going to happen, so nirashihi means don't start thinking about future. It is actually asha means hope. So hope means that hopeful, wishful thinking of the future. They said we have to cut it off completely. So, which means when it is said that yata chittatma, mind is withdrawn from all the engagement of the sense objects, means anything that I have created relationships with things or beings in the past, bring it out. So, withdraw the mind from that. Nirashihi indicates bring the mind out from the future. So, from the past and from the future, the mind is withdrawn. Then, where is it? In the present. Aparigraha. Parigraha means collecting things. Aparigraha means, now here there is two ways we can understand. One way is during that time, don't start collecting different experiences and say, I saw light also, I heard om also, I felt coolness on the skin also, all this, and collecting these experiences, and I'm writing my experiences in meditation. None of which is really meditation. So don't try to collect experiences. Actually, you have to invest yourself and get abidance in the one who knows even the experiencer, the so-called experiencer, the one who is behind that. That one we have to get abidance in. So it is not going to, just by collecting these experiences. So that is aparigraha. And also with respect to my lifestyle. I have to learn not to keep on hoarding things and collecting things and then looking at it every Diwali. I open this cupboard. Oh, I didn't know I had this. Okay, maybe it will be useful next year. I have not used it for the last 5 years. I have seen it once in a year only while I clean my cupboards during Diwali. I put it back inside, and then next year again I open the cupboard. Again I say the same thing to myself. Maybe next year I will use it. Parigraha, more and more things I am collecting and collecting and collecting. There are sannyasis even today in places like Uttarkashi, etc., where whatever people come and offer so many things. There are not so many pilgrims and all. They come, they stop by and all. They offer so many things, so many gifts and all, like including their clothes and some kamandalu and this and that. So many things they offer. All that they receive. They don't reject anything. They receive, and then every year there is one day which all of them know. That one day they take everything, put on the banks of Ganga and come. And they keep only two sets of clothes with them. It is a yearly ritual they do. Now maybe they've increased the frequency. But this is a regular practice. There are some sannyasis I know of. You give them one pair of clothes, they will give one pair of old pair to us only. Take, keep this, give it to someone else. Why? Because I don't want more than what I have. So anything you give, you get something back. Means I don't want to increase, I don't want to hoard. I'm happy. There was one sannyasi which this aparigraha always reminds. In Uttarkashi only, there were like consecutive few years there were floods that were coming and breaking all the ghats and the banks and all. In Gangaji there was floods every year. There used to be around this time, June July time. There was one sannyasi who was living right at the bank. Like just as soon as you come out of his kutia, there was this, river flowing. So he was right there. And one fine night, around 2 o'clock or something, he just got up and he had some brahmachari living with him and wanted to know. So we were serving him also and learning from him also. So he just woke that brahmachari up and he said, "Get up, we have to go." 2 o'clock in the night. So he was, what happened suddenly? What happened, Swamiji? Anything? He said, "Come, come, let us go." So both of them started walking uphill. And then later on, they came to know that within like 2 hours of time after they left, the whole river was in floods. His hut also was taken away by the floods. So the whole thing was submerged in water. I heard about this till 2 years back or so. He had never again made another hut for himself. And people offered, he refused. He said, if Mother Ganga is taken away, why should I unnecessarily make one? It is only an indication she is given me that I don't need a house. So he would stay anywhere, somewhere, under a tree or any place that he can find. He would be living like that. So he used to just wander around. That he has not made any house. Aparigraha. So these are all examples that may seem very extreme when we look at our life, but these are inspiration for us that people are like that. They don't want to hoard things, they don't want to collect things. And that is why one saint, a great saint, a disciple of Swami Akhandanandji Maharaj of Vrindavan, he said once, he told me, so I remember, he said, you go to the room where you live in and look at each and every object that is there and ask yourself, can you live without it? And this is an exercise all of us can do. This is a very, very beautiful exercise. I have done it. He said, you go and ask, this object I have, which is lying in my room, can I live without it? Can I live without it? Can I live without it? One by one, each one, you ask. And most of the objects that are there, the answer will be, I can very comfortably live without it. It is not necessary to throw those objects out. It is just to free our minds from that I can live without it. So I need not feel that because it is there, I am happy. Without it also, I can be happy. It's just freeing our mind. And when our mind is free, that's when I can engage in such a subtle practice of meditation. Otherwise, it will not be for us. So, this is a broad based instruction that has been given in this verse. And now, going forward, he is Bhagavan is giving more specific details of how to say it, where to say it, and what to do, what kind of preparations are required, external preparations, internal preparations, everything he is giving one by one. So the next two verses we will read, the 11th and 12th verse. शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं चैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम् तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्जात् योगमात्मविशुद्धये. So now previous verse talked about rahasi sthitaha, a conducive place. What kind of place? That place is now indicated in the 11th verse. Shuchau deshe. in a clean place. Desha does not mean country, Desha means place, a spot, which is Shucha. Shucha means it is clean and pure. And how clean? It can be naturally clean also, or it is cleaned by us. It is maintained clean by us. So if it is a naturally clean, beautiful place, untouched by, because wherever human beings go, we litter, we spoil the place. So if it is untouched, if it is a natural, beautiful place, there it is by itself, it is clean. Otherwise, we clean up and it's a nice, clean, pure, beautiful place. So why is this important? So right from this choosing of this place onwards, it is important because my mind should not be engaged in any of these things. If it is not clean, let us say it is stinking. Then I sit there, what is this? What smell is it? I don't know how many days this has not been cleaned. Now, my mind is there only. What meditation will happen? This only I will keep thinking about. So, any distraction. So, for example, in my home only, I am sitting for meditation. I choose the place. The place has to be clean. Sometimes our puja rooms are also sometimes Bhagwan must be like sometimes closing his eyes and nose that under this pile of flowers, Bhagwan must be looking up. When will I get moksha? Sometimes that also it's very unclean and all. So cleanliness. The famous saying is cleanliness is next to godliness. But then, as far as Bhagwan is concerned, Bhagavad Gita is concerned, cleanliness comes before godliness. Because unless there is no cleanliness, what God we will think about? Everything. We go to a temple also. What is this? They have not swept properly. They have not mopped properly. Everywhere, this only our. So, at least when we are doing our sadhana, the place that we choose is Shuchau Deshe. It is a nice, clean, pure spot. It's beautiful. So we have an altar also that's nicely decorated. So that all adds to the mind getting free from all these things. Not to spend too much of time in that decoration also. Then my mind will be there only. So not that also, but should be basically clean and a divine place. So this see Shuchi word means there are four things: cleanliness, purity, beauty, and sanctity. These four things should be there. The Shuchi word includes all these four. So sanctity, that's sacred place it should be. So you can't say that okay, no meditation is on the self and self is everywhere. So then I am meditating in the bedroom also. Uh, Advanced seekers and all can do it, but for us, uh, if we start meditation on the bed, slowly it will be horizontal meditation. So that won't work for us. We have to have a place where we do only sadhana so that at least that mind knows, "Ah, I am sitting here means I don't have to sleep." Otherwise, if I sit in on the bed and try to do this, the mind will say, "Oh, this place is familiar. I think this is the place I should sleep." And then what am I doing? I'm quietening the mind. I'm withdrawing the mind. So that's what I do before sleeping also. So then it is the mind gets the signal, oh, time to sleep. Even in front of the altar, I sometimes sleep. So bedroom, how will I not sleep? So therefore, Shuchau Deshe, the place also should be appropriate. There, Pratisthapya, establish yourself, sit down there. Shuchau Deshe Pratisthapya. What should you set up there? Pratisthapya means having set up, having established there. What? Sthiram asanam. There should be a steady asanam, a seat. Atmanah, for ourselves. See, Atmanah indicates don't ask someone else, prepare everything. I am coming for meditation. Huh? Do it yourself. Uddared Atmanatmanam, na Atmanam avasade. Don't outsource these kind of things. So establish, put your asan for yourself. Like when we go to the airport and all, when they are checking this, did you pack your own bag? Do you know what are the contents? Huh? You say, I don't know, somebody packed. I don't know what is there. Huh? You can't afford to say that. You can't do that. You should know what we are carrying. I did not know it was there in my bag. Huh? That is no excuse. So similarly here also, whatever I am preparing, so that I'm involved in that whole process and my mind gets free from all these things. I know how the asana is, I know everything. So if I am not comfortable also, I will get comfortable because I can't blame anyone else. But if somebody else has put the asana and I go and sit down, it's not comfortable. Every time I have to tell this person, no, no, he doesn't put it properly. So now my mind is in that person. Why? Here I have only done it. So what will I blame myself? So whatever is there, be comfortable and focus on what you have to do. So my mind gets free from all these things. Pratisthapya sthiram atmanam atmanah, sthiram asanam atmanah. So a steady seat. Now the seat also, Bhagavan really is gone to such details. What kind of seat it should be? Na ati uchritam. It should not be that I have to uplift myself, so I sit on the top. I have a stool. So I have to uplift myself. So I sit on the stool only. Now, when I'm sitting on such height, then constantly I am looking at, I hope I don't fall. I hope I don't fall. So, na ati uchritam. It should not be too high. And practically, even now, like when we sit on a chair or something, it is important that our feet are firmly placed on the ground. Otherwise, sometimes the feet are hanging. It is too high sometimes. Now, if that chair also is too high, if you are sitting on the chair, if you are not able to sit on the floor, it's okay. But the chair, if it is too high and my feet are hanging, dangling down, then I will not be able to focus. After some time, there will be pain. After some time, there will be no blood circulation will stop. So all these problems will come. So therefore, na ati uchritam, not too high that I lose my balance also, that my mind gets distracted because of that. Na ati nicham also. Don't say that, no, I'm very humble. Bharat ji, I have heard in Ramayana that he used to dig the ground and then, he used to do tapas and all. So I will also dig. I will go. Na ati nicham. It need not be just on the floor also. If you need a little bit of, some soft asana, that asana also is said what kind of asana should be used. So na ati uchritam, na ati nicham. Not too low that it is not comfortable, not too high. So it has to be sukhasana. It has to be comfortably. I should be able to sit. Comfortable does not mean that in that comfort only I am lost. Nowhere, no extreme. So this is just na ati uchritam, na ati nicham. And what should be, how the asana should be, that also has been mentioned. Chaila, Ajina, Kusha, Uttaram. Uttaram means one above the other. What? These three things. Chaila means a cloth. Below that cloth has to be ajina. Ajina here is the skin or a hide of some animal and all they used to use. And kusha is a grass, a specific grass that is used for various rituals also. They are a little sharp type of, they are not thorny, but they are a little sharp. That grass is also used for a lot of rituals. So now at the base, the kusha grass has to be spread. On top of it, the hide. On top of it, a cloth, and then sit on it. Now we may say, so all these things we don't have, so we can't do anything. We can't practice meditation. You have to understand the purpose of all this also. What does the grass do? The grass helps in insulating. So if the ground is very cold or very warm, so it insulates. Even we all know, we have studied science. So this whole earth also has a electromagnetic field, so it kind of insulates, breaks the circuit. So when I am sitting, it is not taking away my energy. So that insulation part is done by the grass. Then next is hide. Now people used to sit in the forests, in the caves and all these places. There used to be these small insects and all would crawl up and all, and now any insect crawling up and all, it's a disturbance. So when they put the hide, and they never used to kill animals. It is not that they would hunt animals and then take the hide and sit. Sometimes some animal, because of age or natural reasons, when they die, and then the hide, sometimes after many years, it is sometimes found and all, they just wash it, clean it, and they used to use it as a seat. Even Swami Taponji Maharaj has used it. His thing, what he used, is also there in our archives. And so the hide is actually to restrict the insects from crawling up. So the hide stops that, because it's a of another animal, so then they don't easily climb upon that height, so that helps in that. And chaila means the cloth, a soft cloth. So that cloth, how does cloth help? It makes the seat soft, so it is not that pokiness of the grass or the hide and all that is kind of covered, and it becomes a comfortable seat. Now these layers also ensure that it is not very hard and it is not very soft, so it is moderately soft or firm. So this kind of seat, now if we understand the purpose, if we can fulfill this purpose, then any seat that fulfills this purpose is okay. So can I put a pillow? If it is fulfilling this purpose, it's okay. But if it is a fluffy pillow which is going to keep me wobbly, then that is no good. But if it is something that is, it is a sthiram asanam, the asana also has to be steady. If I'm sitting on a chair, the chair also has to be steady. It should not, like, I should not feel that I will fall, or I should not feel uncomfortable. I should not feel lack of balance, or it keeps on moving, it keeps on making some noise, and creaky, screechy noise and all. That should not happen. It should not, nothing should disturb me when I am taking up this practice. So all these detail, see, nowhere he has, Bhagavan has ever indicated about japa you should do like this, or yajna you should do yajna, fourth chapter, so many yajnas he said, but nowhere preparation he has talked so much in detail about no other sadhana, because Bhagavan also knows this is something that's so subtle and it's the highest. So we have to prepare ourselves in such a way that our mind doesn't get distracted anywhere else, it doesn't get caught up anywhere else. We are able to completely invest the mind where it has to be.